Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV for tonight's pre-match show ahead of a big game against Premier League opponents Brentford. We'll be looking at tonight's opponents shortly, but first let's take a look back at Saturday's game against the Orient. The highlights followed by reaction from Wayne Brown.
Wayne, was that one of those afternoons that are frustrating because the scoreline doesn't really reflect the game as a whole?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, first and foremost, they're a good team. They were a good team before they arrived here today, and they're still a good team when they go home. We knew that. They've had a good start for a reason. We tried to get after them higher up the pitch with goal kicks, which obviously we got a couple of chances from doing that, which was a real positive. We tried to nullify them space in front of our back four, which is the space, what they try and create is what they're after. And it was just frustrating that the first real time they got beyond our sort of back four into our box after 16 minutes, the ball ends up in the back of the net. So when you assess it, we could go 1-0 up with Newby again, with a cutback, doesn't go in. And then we have a 4-against-3 in their box after the high press from a goal kick, making the keeper make a mistake, and ultimately we need to make better decisions and have better quality in that final third to make sure that we're at least hitting the target and testing the keeper like we did with the first opportunity. But the highs and lows in football, the emotion in football, we can't let that then take away from what we're trying to do. I thought we lacked quality today at times, in possession especially, and there was a softness about us at times defensively, but we've created chances to score goals in big moments of the game. I've already alluded, we could have been 1-0 up. We could go 1-1 on the 46th minute. If, Freddie puts that one away, it was just in front of him. And then at 2-0, we could go 2-1 with a ball that's cleared off the line. Should be in the back of the net. No if, buts, or maybes really. It should be in the back of the net, but it's cleared off the line. And then obviously they go down the other end and get the third. But, we stayed in the game for large periods. We changed the shape at half time, went a little bit more narrow in midfield to again deny them the opportunity, but more importantly get two up top and really take the game to them. And I thought we created a fair few opportunities in the second half. So you could say that the change worked. We've just got to be ruthless in both boxes, and I thought that's where we fell short today.
Yeah, and your starting lineup went with the same 11 from Tuesday night. It must have been a difficult decision when you got a player of Col U's calibre coming back into the squad and into the reckoning.
Definitely. Look, I'm all about quality, and I've been a firm believer of if you've got the shirt and you do well in the team, you deserve to keep the shirt. And I honestly thought after Tuesday's performance that those 11 deserved the opportunity to go out there again today against Leyton Orient. And I won't come away from that. That's my belief. They're my morals and values, and that's who I am. So would it change in future? Probably not, because I'm a man of my word. But you've also got to pick a team that you feel is going to be the best team to go out and get a result. And at times we were found wanted in certain areas of the pitch. But this game's brilliant because there's always another game that comes along, and you know what a better game to sort of put this to bed than a Premier League team on your home patch in the cup. And look, me as a player, that you always thrive on those occasions because you do want to pick your wits against the best players, the Premier League players, and you do want to show what you can do against top players. And the lads have got an opportunity to do that, and it's just about picking a team that we feel is going to go out there and give ourselves the best chance of getting a result.
Yeah, you talked about ruthlessness there in penalty boxes. Orient had it to a degree better than us this afternoon. Is that something that you can kind of drill into the guys in training, or is it just a case of them being brave when it comes to the match situations?
You can put drills on in training, you can do finishing exercises, you can do final third entries, you can do quality in the final third. All of those exercises you can do, in training. But ultimately, when match day comes and there's a couple of thousand people in the stadium and the pressure cookers turn up high, you need to try and go cold and put the ball in the back of the net. And it will come. It will come. The faith and the confidence that I have in these players are very high, and I'm sure it will come. We've just got to keep the belief of creating, because it wasn't as though we didn't create today. We had opportunities to score goals. It wasn't to be, and there was very little in the game. 3-1 probably does flatter them, like you've openly said. But it's gone now. We have to digest, pick the bones out of it, look at where we can improve, and then take it into Tuesday's game.
And there'll be another game on Tuesday where we're expecting a big crowd here, and lads can go out and show everyone what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. And look, we've had setbacks this season already. We talked about decisions going against us for us. The Northampton one. And we've then come strong again the next game. And it's important we do that. We've had a bit of a setback today. We've had a disappointment. We've had a frustration afternoon. But you need to move on, and you need to move on quickly. Because as I said, there's always another game where you can put the wrongs right. And that's what we'll be looking to do Tuesday.
Wayne clearly hurting there, as we all are after Saturday's result, but looking forward to tonight's big game against Brentford. His comments were echoed by Luke Chambers, who joined David in the studio after the game.
Luke, very difficult afternoon for the squad against tough opposition.
Yeah, they've made a very good start to their season, but it was a game that we thought we could go in and really impose our game that we managed to do on Tuesday night. But we did that early on. We had chances where we could have taken something, but disappointing goal that we've conceded in the first half. But it wasn't panic stations because we were keeping them to a minimum of chances. Just something we tweaked at half time, and the game came out second half. Had another chance across goal, but in another day it goes in. So it's a different game. But again, the key moments today, for me personally, I'm involved with all the goals, and it's a disappointing day, disappointing performance from myself. But one, you just got to try and brush away and move on to the next one.
Yeah, and the head coach spoke about it's how you react to those disappointments. And in the past, we have tended to in the next game or the second half of games when we've had a poor half. So you'll be looking to do that, both yourself and the squad.
Absolutely. I think we've got enough quality in there. We've showed that Tuesday. We had a disappointing result at the weekend. We came out on Tuesday and we gave a very, really, really good performance. And again, we were trying to take that into today. I felt we started, and whenever the manager asks us to respond, we have done since he's been at the club. So I think at half time he asked us to respond. We did. We came out and created some chances, and definitely gave account of themselves. But ultimately, they've been very, very clinical today in their chances, and that's what's won them the game.
Yeah. Over the course of the season, they say that the luck evens itself out, but so far in the few games we've had, it seems that we're on the wrong end of it. And this afternoon, obviously had the, was it over the line, was it not over the line? And of course, was John Akinde fouled, or was he fouling the defender? That neither of those went for.
Exactly. So you look at their quality and their finishing, and then you look at the key moments in the game. We've lost out on all of them today. So it's one of them, but we can't blame anything. we didn't perform as well as we have done. Individually, collectively, the boys will know that. And it'd be one of them that will drive the group. I've got no doubt that we'll be looking to bounce back Tuesday night, which will be a really good tie, good occasion for people to either get minutes or just brush Saturday under the rug, and we'll move on.
Yeah, and players are probably the same as us, that we're not expecting Brentford to play the exact same team as they play in the Premier League, but they're still the Premier League side coming to us, and you want to impress against players, whoever you're playing against.
Absolutely, yeah. This will be totally different tie to the one we faced in the previous round. They'll have quality and abundance. They'll have spent a lot of money on their squad. They'll have 2 11s where they could easily chop and change. So it'll be one. At the end of the day, you're playing against a Premier League opposition at home. It's a tie that you're really, really excited about. Once today's out of the way, the disappointment of that, the group is good about moving on and looking at the next game, because at the end of the day, that is all we can do. And we've been in the game long enough, me personally as well, to know that one game doesn't really sum up your quality and your style of play. So today, credit to the opposition. I think they were very, very good in what they tried to do. We had some key moments that we could have capitalised on, but they've won being clinical.
So as you can hear, the players will try to move on from that very quickly. And on some positive notes from Saturday's game, one cleared off the line, a disallowed goal, and some good, clear chances that we created. So that against a team that's flying high, top of the league, we've got to take the positives out of that and, of course, try and put it right this evening. One last thing on Saturday's game. Man of the match, as voted by you. Number 1, man of the match was Al Amin Kazim, followed closely by Sam Hornby. And number 3, in third place, he was on the score sheet again, Noah Chilvers. So tonight's man of the match, it will go live just after the game has finished. So go over to colutickets.com to cast your vote. It will be live till tomorrow lunchtime, and we'll reveal the man of the match as chosen by you from tonight's game in tomorrow night's midweek show. So there's plenty of players to keep an eye on then from Premier League side Brentford, who have put a strong side out this evening. Head to our socials or our website, as you well know, to check out the lineups for this evening's game. Almost time to go out there and cheer on the lads. We'll leave you, though, with some highlights from a 2-1 win over the Bees from 2012. Until tomorrow night's midweek show, enjoy the game. Come on, Colchester, and I'll see you then. Goodbye for now.